La-dee-da. We should be live at the moment. Just checking. Test 1, 2. We'll see if there's anybody here. I got an ad. 1 second. There's already a lot of people in chat. If anybody's there, say what's up, so I know you're there. Hello. Test 1, 2. Test, test, test. Hello, chat. Who's this, Quindy? Oh, hi, Quindy. Little. Whose emote is that? Hyper high? Oh, that's just a Twitch emote. Lol. How's the audio? Does the audio sound okay? I think the audio should be okay. Kind of low? Yeah, I'm kind of talking kind of low. Let me turn the volume up. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Maybe if I talk louder. The mic should be right here on my headset. Kind of low. Okay. I'll just speak a little bit louder. That should be it. Yeah. Ooh. Ugh. Hey, Green. I can hear you okay. Thanks, Kenobi. Hi, Bob and Julie. I got my little digital calipers here, just measuring a model. Because when I'm mold making, there is a certain depth that I can make a mold. A certain depth. So I'm just measuring to make sure I don't go over that. Or to decide what kind of mold size that I need. So, pretty sure we're working with 19 millimeters here. So I need to get a 28 millimeter thick mold. So this should be interesting because I'm using these heads. This is like a new headset that I bought off of Amazon. I really enjoy them for work because they're noise canceling. So it helps me listen to my music and stuff. You guys might be able to hear all the banging and stuff going on behind me a little bit. But I figured out, I didn't know that these had a microphone on them, but they do. And the reason I like them is because they're wireless. So when I need to go over here and grab the thing that I need to grab, I can still talk to you guys. I don't have chat. I mean, I do have chat, but I can't bring it with me. But I just got to go grab the mold material over here across the studio, across the universe. I got to open up the box. So how's everybody's Friday? I went to Whataburger for lunch. For all you non-Texas people. Is Whataburger in other places besides Texas? I think might be like in Oklahoma and Louisiana, maybe? I could be wrong about that. Whataburger is okay, in my opinion. It's okay. I'm not too big on it myself. Hey, Green. Oh, Arizona has them. That's pretty cool. Sick. Okay. You guys want to see a little bit of mold making? I'll show a little bit. Just kind of show you guys what I do for some of most of my day. What is who's that? Persian? Oh, there is some in Louisiana. Just nowhere near you. It's okay. You're not missing much, I don't think. Homesick from school? What does she have, Prashant? What does she have? I know that a lot, like, when it got cold here a few weeks ago, the flu was going around pretty bad here. So, just a fever for now? Ah. Well, I hope they get better soon. Yeah, today it's a pretty, normal Friday. I was in casting all morning, and now I'm over here. I was in the game store a little bit, just hanging out. I like to hang out in the game store during lunch, just because it's a good place to be. No evacuations. We had it while in Denton. We liked our chicken better than the burgers. I think I would agree with that. I get the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich from Whataburger. I'm not much of a big burger eater either. I'm also not like a red meat eater as much. Um, I don't know. I'm just not a big meat eater, like a red meat eater. I only eat it when I'm around Sarah's dad, because Sarah's dad's like a man's man, like he goes hunting and he likes to fish, and he's kind of like what a traditional manly man, and so I only really eat steak when I'm around him, uh, just because you know, he's an alpha male, and sometimes alpha, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Uh, we have a few bugs going around in Canada right now. Uh, yeah, it's just like when everybody left to go to Paul's wedding a few weeks ago. Here, let me turn it up a little bit. When we went to Paul's wedding a few weeks ago, we a lot of people were getting sick up there because right when we left to go to the wedding, the weather change started happening down here, and so I think it's just the cold weather brought all the flu, because I got the flu and many others, so it just happened that way. I definitely prefer a restaurant burger over a fast food one. I agree with that. Um, I've noticed in my past couple of years that I really like charbroiled, like kind of what they do at like Brahms and places like that, kind of like charred burgers. I don't know. I like burnt things though. My girlfriend makes fun of me all the time for liking burnt things, like hot dogs, and I like things that are slightly burnt, like popcorn. I burn my popcorn slightly. I don't like my popcorn with butter on it. I kind of burn it to where it's like a light golden brown. Yeah. And I used to get my steaks at restaurants and stuff well done until I got made fun of mercilessly by all my friends and everyone that I like my steaks well done. So I get them medium well nowadays. I got peer pressured. So, yeah. Okay. So we got the start of this mold all laid out. I'm working on this mold that needs to be remade. So I'm laying it all out. It's a little problem mold. This is one of the first molds that I ever made when I first came over here to make molds. I would like the $30 jerky, please. Oh, Bug Lips gets his steak well done too. Nice. I love it. Good job, Bug. Look, this is the model I'm working on. You guys might have this one. It's the little monitor lizard. Little monitor lizard. Who's this? Does it have who it's sculpted by? No, it doesn't. Let me let me find out. I have a computer right here. ReaperMini.com. It's in one of the familiar packs. I know it is. Let's look up monitor lizard. Monitor lizard. Yep, it's this one. 7050 Uh, does it have who it's sculpted by? Oh, it says various. So maybe a bunch of people worked on these. This is die-cast. So Pendrake, actually, I guess I can. I guess if you've never taken the tour here of the new Seocast machines, um, but I can kind of show you. Let's see over there. So behind me here. So these are the Seocast machines, what we make that we use to make the Bone Jose, and these are using injection molding, much like any plastic injection molding would normally do, and all that stuff. And so the build plate that's in there is actually a big square. And so the way that the molds are designed, they're rectangle in shape because it's particular where the air enters and where the air flows out. So there's little nozzles that go right in there that have to be kind of positioned correctly. So this is the ideal shape. And so when it's in here, when it presses, it doesn't actually spin or do anything. It's just straight injected and then sucked through with the air. So that's particularly why. So yeah. Yeah, no spin casting at all. It just sits here in this shape. So I placed my markers where the plastic is going to be injected and where the air is going to be sucked through. So I have those laid out. And now I decide what size sprue I want to use. And so I'm doing my preliminary kind of marking out of things to see the size of everything. But yeah, this mold is this mold's really complicated, so I don't know why I'm doing this one on stream, but torture. This piece in particular is pretty miserable in my opinion, and I'll explain why in a second. After I kind of get my initial layout idea here for these bad boys. Man, this piece is annoying. No offense to who sculpted it. It's just, I mean, it's a great model. It's just really hard to make a mold out of it. So that's why. Why does this not line up equally? You know what? We'll do it this way. So I'm gonna have to orientate these a specific, different way than what I wanted to. Yeah, that should work. Venting areas? No, that's not the issue. I'll explain what the issue is in a second. That's pretty doable. This is doable. Okay, that works. Hey, Freestyle. Hey, Dogfather. Did you get back into your account, Dogfather? I'm assuming you did, since you didn't message me. So, the particular issue with this little monitor lizard is you can see right here, this is the base. And the base is in a really irregular shape because it follows the shape of the legs of the monitor lizard. You can kind of see there. There's this big gap in the middle. Like, I think they were just trying to save space or save area and metal, I guess. In my opinion, if I was going to be making this today, like sculpting it wise, I would have just made it one solid base, like flat. Because the hard part is that in between this area right here, where his right leg is stepping forward, it creates all this huge space in between. And whenever I go to line up the middle of the mold, like the middle of the line, it creates this weird symmetry that's kind of like not aligned in the center. So the bottom part of the mold has to go way above this center line, like up here. It has to go up the center line. And so it gets really kind of wonky, and you have to do some weird stuff to it. So that's why. And the venting is not that hard. The venting is really easy. That's the non-issue here. It's really just trying to get the center part of the mold to line up correctly. Because if it doesn't, it's just going to be bad. And I can explain why it's bad. Here, I think I got some over here, actually. Let me go grab this real quick. Yeah, right here. Whee! So I've made this mold before, and so this is a master, and this is a copy of it. Oh gosh, I really wish this would focus, like on the monitor wizard. I don't know why it doesn't focus on the wizard, but right here, you can see right underneath his arm, there's this big right there. Yeah, you can see it right now, right in front of my mouth. There's this huge chunk of plastic that's missing, or that's being filled up right here on his left little forearm right here. Let me see if I can actually. I'm gonna take the camera and get in nice and close for you all. See if this actually helps. Ooh. So right here, you can see there's this big chunk of plastic. Where on the master, there's nothing there. There's no big chunk there. But right here, there's a big chunk of plastic that's added, and that's a no-no. So I gotta fix that, and that's what I'm doing. Whee! Ta-da! Such a chunky leg. Yeah, he's not in a good mood. Explanations. That's right. I'm trying. You know, there's some things that I won't explain or talk about, but I'll do my best just to do some basic mold making stuff. So I got everything laid out the way that I want it. I'm going to lightly press these in to get an indent of their bases and the areas that are touching. So if something happens and I knock these out of the way, I can put them back where they need to go. Actually, this is a little bit too far. I'll do it like right there. And I'm going to add a little extra thing. Oop. Yeah. So I'm going to take these all away. Whoa, CSIC camera. Yeah. Hey, Valandar. What's up? I think I saw you in Creepshow's stream last night, I think. Darlings. Yeah, I think Darling was streaming last night. Yeah. With her little goggles. Let's see, who's on today? There's a lot of people on. Epic Duck, Play in the Mud. Yeah, there's quite a bit. Okay, Corporia, I just got it. Corporia, I'll talk about that right now, actually, if you want me to. So Corporia's gaming group is doing a bunch of extra life stuff for her local's Children's Miracle Network. And so I forgot that I was supposed to pump it last night. So I'm sorry. But here it is, chat. She's raising money for her extra life, for her and her D&D group. So D&D charity. There you go. I'll have it later for later on in the stream as well. Okay. So you can see that I have kind of like these little, you really can't see it, but I have a little bunch of indents of where I press the model down into, so it creates a little indent there. And then now I'm going to be pressing the sprue into the, like basically giving it CPR to kind of push it down into the mold a little bit so it doesn't move when I need it to. There you go. So now it's kind of sunken down and it's not going to be moving anywhere. Whew. So after I got home last night, or on my way home, because when ReaperLive ended at 7:20, 7:30 last night, the Game Awards were going on last night. And there was a really funny thing that happened at the end of the Game Awards. I don't know if anybody saw it, if anybody was watching the Game Awards, but the Elden Ring got Game of the Year, and Elden Ring got Game of the Year, and when the directors and everybody went up to go do their acceptance speech, someone in the crowd, I don't know how old he is, he looked like a teenager, he kind of snuck on the stage with them, and because they didn't know who he was, and they speak Japanese, they don't speak English very well, and so they didn't know they didn't know who this kid was, but he was pretending to be with them so he can get on stage. And at the very end, after they've given their acceptance speech and they're about ready, everybody's clapping and they're getting finished to go, um, he he said some random stuff about Bill Clinton and being a rabbi, a reformed rabbi, and then that was it. Well, apparently that kid got arrested last night. I did not see the announcement, Valendar. What was it? Like I said, I missed most of it because I was doing Reaper Live, so I only caught the tail end of it. But you can enlighten me. All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit while I'm making the mold. If you have any questions, I will try to answer as best I can. Obviously, there's some things that I can't answer, but I just figured you guys would like to see. Oh, the Baldur's Gate 3, we got a date. We got an actual release date for Baldur's Gate. That was exciting to me. Hell yeah. And Diablo 4. We got the announcement of Hades 2 last night. Dude, there were some cool announcements last night. I'm a sucker for some cool announcements. All right. I see where I had an issue last time. Trying to get the see, what I like about mold making is it's kind of reverse sculpting, because I'm taking away material to kind of make the mold lines and everything kind of fit where I need them to fit, and so it's kind of cool because I do little build-ups and takeaways and things like that around the models, and it feels like I'm kind of sculpting around it. So it's kind of like semi-sculpting. So I'm using different tools here to kind of push and move the material, since this material is very kind of movable and squishy, and let me grab some extra material here. Try not to knock you guys out of the way. When is Diablo 4 releasing? I think it was 6/6/23. I think it's 6/6/23 is Diablo 4. Basically, before he passed Kevin Conroy was recorded Batman's lines in the game the Suicide Squad game. And they turned the end of their game presentation into a salute to him. Oh, I missed that. I have to go back and watch that. Yeah, mold material is cheese. So this mold material is just a form of silicone, but it's very squishable, squishy. So you can see here that here's a little piece of it, a little square of it. But it's very stretchy and malleable and squishy. It's kind of like Play-Doh. So this is the kind of the raw material. Queso pewter. Queso rubber. And so, I don't have any green built. Let me look at this real quick. Because I want to make changes to what I did last time, when I made the mold the first time. Because now I'm a better mold maker, so I kind of know what I'm looking for. This is a lot of the time what I kind of do is I look at a mold and see what I can do to improve it. So I'm trying to think about what I need to do right here and how it should be. Yeah, this should be okay. I'm going to try yellow here. Make that work. So I think I have a good layout here. Right there. So now I'm going to grab some extra material. Kind of chop it up. and kind of place it in here where I want it to go. Like I said, it's reverse sculpting, pretty much. And so I have to be really delicate right here because I know what went wrong, and so I'm trying to fix it for next time. So I know what went wrong, so now I just gotta fix it. Perfect. And mold making for me takes quite a bit. Um, it depends on how complicated it is. If it's a really easy mold, then obviously it's not going to take very long. But when it's something a little bit more complicated, especially in this situation where it's a mold that we've done before and it needs to be remade because it's either going bad or something's going wrong with it, and so I'm trying to fix. One second.